Good evening. Today is September 15th and time is at about 11:20 by the time I'm recording. So this is one series that I wanted to start one day before the actual date so that you will get some time to watch this video. The essence of this video is to take you through some of the stocks that had some technical analysis. So I'll start with the 200 DMA or the 200 SMA, and then I will also cover FIIDA data, which I'm sure it would be quite useful, and then I'll go through the Nifty and the bank Nifty and perhaps the Sensex levels. So that's the main intention. This video, there is an ambition to do this regularly and every day at the end of the day. So that's the idea. Today, I thought I will do it, though it is a bit late for me, but still because I thought I will do it. So that's the reason I'm doing this video. All right. So today, quickly take you through. There are a few stocks that crossed the 200 DMA, the 200 simple moving average. Again, this is not a buy or sell decision, but then this is a filter that I was able to build in. Let me talk about the FNO stocks. These are 5 stocks that had picked up a decent market cap, about 20,000 crores. So that's the one criteria. All right. So these are all the couple of stocks that had crossover of 200 DMA today, which is Housing and Urban Development Corporation, which is HUDCO or HUDCO, whatever the name that you would like to call. DLF and Indian Hotels and JSW Energy, and then the Voltas. So have a look at it tomorrow if this move is going to continue or stop. These are all the stocks, and then we have the mid cap stocks, which are KPR Mills, Tata Communications, and Ola Electrical. We had losses. Ola Electrics is in losses at this point. We can't see with the P ratio. But in the last couple of days, there is some momentum as of today. It crosses the 200 DMA. We have Lloyd Metals and Energy, and then the Linde India Limited. So these are all the stocks that actually had a crossover. Now let's go back to small cap stocks, which Anantraz is into cloud business. So there is a 200 DMA crossover, and then we have Pyramid Enterprises and CESC Limited. Those are all the quick stocks that I wanted to really bring on. In fact, I will also look at filtering using few other filters down the line, but right now this is a good start. As I said earlier, this is not a buy or sell recommendation, so have a look at the stocks and then see if it actually appeals to you. While I started with the 200 DMA, this is not a holy grail, so there could be multiple ways to filter out the stocks. Now quickly let us go through FNO data. Maybe I'll start with this I just created today. Index futures, there is definitely net buy in the last 1 week or so. You can also filter last couple of weeks, and you can actually filter last. I have captured the data from 2024. This is what it is, but then right now I would be more interested on the weekly expiries, right? If you look at index futures, there is definitely positive sign in the last 5 days or the 4 days. I would be more interested from September 10th. I think we had an expiry on September 9th, at least the Nifty expiry. Bank Nifty futures, we got to see all positive except one red here. And then the Fin Nifty, anyway, we're not going to do anything on the Nifty futures. It's mostly positive all the days. And we have the Nifty next 50 index options. Index options, again, this is overall. So we got to see some bit of red there. This is Bank Nifty options. So we see some red. I think I'm guessing there would be FIS might be hedging futures or the stocks with the options. Here, if you can see, futures are pretty much green, but then the options you got to see some kind of a negative bias. I have multiple items here, but then let me go to the summary. Summary, FI data, the OI in fact is positive, but then overall there is definitely there are a lot of shorts, and then there is very few longs, and then this is overall it's bearish. And stock futures anyway we're not much interested, but let me get on to index options. Again, it's a mild bearish. This is call options, mild bearish, and then we have the put options. This actually shows that it is a strong bullish. I know it's a bit of a mixed signal, but I think when you get mixed signals, typically it would be a flat to bullish kind of expiry that we will have mostly tomorrow. FII trading activity by instruments, probably I'll go to Nifty futures. Nifty futures, there is net buy as shown earlier. So I think these are all pretty much neck to neck. One observation is that there is a OI change from Friday to Monday. That is the only one observation. Index options, again, there is net buy is negative, and then there is a OI change, which is positive. I think overall, I know it's difficult to look at all the data items and then come up with, but I think at very high level, I would think it's bullish to flat kind of a day. That's what I would expect tomorrow. So now what we will do is we will quickly go to, I think Gift Nifty did not check. Let's have a look at it. So Gift Nifty shows negative T right now. So the red candle out there. But let's look at trading view. Then, all right. So Nifty. So Nifty, this is a 1 minute chart. I think it doesn't make much sense. Let's go to 5 minutes at least, or maybe 15 minutes. So I will use this super trend indicator, and then I'll put 15 minutes and then 5 minutes. And then I think I'll go with stocks for now. And then I will change this to 5 minutes. I think somebody asked, how do we get the signals out there? So this is the easiest way to get signals. And right now I'm using 10.3. Depending on your risk appetite, you can use 10.4, 10.2 or 10.3.5, whatever works for you. So today we got a sell signal at about 9:15, and then Nifty stayed on this particular level, and then we again got a buy signal about 11:55, but this did not sustain. There was again sell off. I actually tweeted earlier today, and there was a this is manipulation. So there was a exactly at 3:41 there was a massive sell off, and then at sorry, this is not 3:41, it is 1:41, and then at the same time at about 2:41 again this center thing was bought back. The volumes are pretty similar, and then we also got a strong sell signal here. So right now, as you can see, there are multiple signals that came. But generally, if somebody wants to do swing trading, I would advise them to probably use 1 day and then the 1 hour time frame. So you will not get too many signals, and I will also pick up the 1 hour here. So as you can see here, if you get into 1 day, 1 hour, perhaps you will not get too many signals here. You got one buy signal at about 9:15 on 2nd September, and then the signal continued until I think, yeah, we got a again strong buy here, which is about 3:15. That was yesterday. So I think as of now, as I said earlier in the video, I would stand at some bit of a bullishness and too flat kind of a day. Let's see how the day would shape up tomorrow. Tomorrow, I would look at this side. I would take this, which is 25,150 or 25,200. So that would be upper range, and then the 25,000. In fact, 25. It says 25,035, but I will actually I'll go with 25,000. So these are the two levels I would track very closely. Not 154, but actually I'll go to 25,200 somewhere here. So these are all the two levels I would track for tomorrow. I'm not expecting Nifty to cross either of them unless there is massive buying interest by FIS. So that's all. And also, as you can see, 25,200, that's trading at about 14 rupees 10 paise, and then 25,000 is trading at about 1865. Not very massive. IV is at about 9.5 or 10. Last I had seen, it's definitely below 10. Below 10 is usually there could be definitely some volatility tomorrow. The volatility probably not lead to higher IV, but if somebody is buying or selling, they have to be really careful. Tomorrow there will not be much of a theta decay in the daytime. Even the IV is very low, so the theta decay scope is obviously very less. If somebody is a seller, then they need to be very cautious because they will not get any decay until probably 2 to 30 time frame. The only exception is in case if, let's say, you see IV is actually spiking at about 20, that is also a challenge for the sellers because the decay anyway is going to come after 1 o'clock. But at the same time, there would be a lot of volatility. The markets would move quite violently either side. I think that's all from my end for now, and have a great remaining day. Bye-bye.